Group by clause. So this group by clause is used to group all the rows that have the same values. For example, if a row has one value and if another row has the same value, it will just add, right? So the count of it will be 2. Two rows has the same value. To know that, we have to use a group by clause. So to group the rows which was having the same values, this group by clause is used. We can apply the aggregate function. It was group by clause is used when you want to apply aggregate functions on groups, and then this group by clause is used. So for example, if you can see, I have created a table named course first here, right? And into that course, I have give id as serial is nothing but auto increment, primary key, that means unique values, and then subject, the name of the subject, its data type is varchar, and marks, let it be integer. Create table, the table has been created. Now let us insert the data into the table. So insert into, the name of the table is course. All the column names were subject and marks. So course of subject comma marks, its values, first subject is math. Again I have give math. To combine both of them, I gave 2 times, and also I gave science 2 times to combine both of them. So if you, the output should be math 80 plus 70 is 150. That is how math 150, like that I have to get the output. Okay, so that's why we have to use a group by clause here. So I have used select to start from course, I have retrieved the data and I have got it. So here when I group by this, when I use the group by clause here, the values, the same values should be grouped together, and I have to get that output. Right, so let's see, select subject. So the same subjects were there, right? So I have to group by the subject. So subject comma, I have to summate the marks, I have to do summation to the marks. So sum of marks, as I was keeping it as total marks. From the table name is course, I want to group by the subject, as subjects were matching, as there were 2-3 subjects of same kind, I was group buying the subject. So group by subject. So the output I got is math 150, 80 plus 70 is 150, and science 90 plus 85 is 175. That's what I got the output. Okay, next example, let's see. Select subject comma sum of marks as total from course group by marks. Here I have grouped the marks. I should not group the marks because I don't have similar marks, and I was using the aggregate function here. That means I have to group the subject, because there were similar subjects but there were no similar marks, right? So that's why I have to use a group by to the subjects, not to the marks. So that's why I have got the output, to show you that I am giving some errors also. I was giving some incorrect answers also to show you. And yeah, next one also, select sum of marks comma subject as total. How can be a subject as total? How can you treat that subject as total? No, right? So that was also an error. And also group by marks, here I have give. So group by, marks cannot be used as group by, right? Because it is an aggregate function, and also there were no similar rows, right? So that's why we can't group by the marks. That's what I was telling here. And the next example is select subject comma sum of marks from course group by subject. Here it is correct, because there were similar rows in the subject, so you can group by that and you can do the summation to the marks. That's what correct. And then select subject comma count of as student count. There were math students 2, and then there were science students 2, right? So that's what here we are saying, count of star as student count. From course group by, we have to subject the group by, because there were similar subjects, right? So count of math students were 2 students and science students were 2 students. That's what I got in the output. Next one, select subject comma average marks. For the math students, both of them, what is the average score for both of them? So that's what I got here. For math 75.000, that is the average score of both the students, and for science 87.500, that is the average score for the both the students of the science department. Yes. And okay, next example. Select subject comma marks comma count of star from course group by subject comma marks. Here I haven't used any aggregate function for marks, so I can group by that also, right? So I got the output. And then next, let's talk about the order by clause. So generally, why this order by clause is used? When you want to sort in a particular order, if you want to sort your result of the query in a particular order, for example ascending order, either it is an ascending order or an descending order, if you want to sort in that particular order, you have to use this order by clause. You can sort it in ascending order or you can sort it in descending order as well. So let's say how we can do that. So select student name from learners, order by. I was using here for the student name I was using the order by clause, right? For the student's name I was using the order by clause, that is ascending order. So I got all the output in an ascending order. Now for the same query, let us perform descending order. So if I use, instead of ASC, if I use DASC, the reverse order will come, if you can see. So opposite of ASC is DASC, right? So I got the reverse order. And now let us look at the another example of order by clause. So here I was taking age, right? I was taking age as a column. So select age from learners, order by age. I want the age in descending order. So I have used DESC, right? Order by the column name DESC. I got it in descending order. If I use ASC, I will get in ascending order. The ages will be in ascending order. So that's how we can use this order by clause. And let's look at another example. Select student name comma age from learners, order by. So here I was taking age in descending order and student name in ascending order. So if you can see, I got the output but not in a correct way, because age will be in descending order in one way and student name should be in ascending order, means in reverse way it will not work, right? So that's why it doesn't work properly, but it works for only age descending order. First it gives preference for the first one. So that's how we got the output. And then next let's look at having clause. It is like a where clause only. See, where clause will filter the rows according to the rows, right? Will filter according to the rows, but having clause will filter the things according to the groups. After grouping, this having clause will filter the rows. That it means we cannot, after grouping we cannot use the where clause, right? So instead of where clause, here having clause is used after grouping. After grouping is done, we cannot use the where clause here. We have to use the having clause for the filtration purpose. Okay, so before grouping only we have to use the where clause, but not after the grouping. We should not use the where clause. So here we can use the having clause. So here if you can see, age count of as total students from learners, group by age, having that age greater than 20. So age greater than 20. So age is 25, the total students were 1 only. And if age is 27, total number of students were 1 only. And for age is 23, total number of students also 1 only. So now let's just update maximum 2-3 participants to age 25, so that we can easily understand more clearly what is having clause. Here if you can see, I got the error because instead of student name column I have used just a name. So this is what you have to check carefully. So yeah, this have been updated. For Sneha also the age is 25, and for another person also I want to change. For Lata also the age is 25. Okay, here when I apply the group by clause, let's see what will happen. So here I was applying the group by clause again. Here before that we got one thing, right? Now if I apply again after changes, what will we get? Let's see. So select age comma count of star from learners, group by age, having this count of star is greater than 2. For age 25, the count of students is 3, right? That means it is greater than 2. That's why we have got the output as 3. Right? For the age 25, we have 3 students. That it means we have greater than 2 students. So we got the output as, for the 25 age, we have 3 count. That's what we have got here. And now let's look at another example. Select age, comma count of star from learners. Here I am grouping again. I am grouping the age, but I am changing the condition. Okay, having count of star, I was changing the condition. Okay, having count of star is equals to 1. Here I have only one person who with the age 27, right? So count of star, the people who have the count only 1 were only one student, that is which who is having the age 27 here. Okay, that's what the output came here.